Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time we're going to be testing out another Skeleton Dragon deck that I believe number 2 in the world is using. And guys, I changed my opinion even more from last video. In last video, I thought the Skeleton Dragons were only going to be good in like Lava Hound decks or Spell Bait decks like this one, but it turns out there's a lot of people using the Skeleton Dragons in like so many different archetypes, and I think they're going to be a really strong card. I see people using them in Lava Hound, Royal Hog decks. I see people using them in Graveyard decks, Golem decks. I even see it in Giant decks. I also saw someone using it in a Sparky deck. This one right here, which I'm probably going to test out, looks really strong and annoying. Like, imagine raged up Skeleton Dragons and then like Heal Spirit healing them up. But the reason why they work so well in this deck, which I'm going to be trying out today, is because of the Spell Bait element. If someone fireballs the Magic Archer, your Skeleton Dragons get a lot of value. If someone poisons Skeleton Dragons, then your Magic Archer gets a lot of value. You know, regardless of what your opponent spells, you can use the other cards in your deck and get a bunch of value out of them because they're not going to have the correct spell and cycle. The other thing that's good about the Skeleton Dragons is they're an amazing graveyard counter. If you play Skeleton Dragons on the graveyard, and if they poison them, you can go for a Heal Spirit, heal them up, and keep them alive. And I believe they don't even die inside the poison if you play the Heal Spirit correctly. So this is just a very strong deck. You also have Fireball and Delivery, which help a lot on defense, and honestly, Fireball's in the deck just because there's a lot of Skeleton Dragons right now because everyone's testing them out, and it also allows you to beat Expo easier. If you didn't have a big spell, it would be super hard. But anyway, let's go ahead and go into the first game. As I said, yeah, it's number 2 in the world using this exact deck. This is where I found it from, and I really enjoy Royal Hog decks. That's why I wanted to try it out. So we're about 800, not insanely high up, but let's keep going, try to push higher with this deck, and yeah, kind of see how it works. I think it's... Honestly, guys, I think Skeleton Dragons, I wouldn't say they're a broken card. They might be a very strong card, though, and one of the best in the game. Like, and broken means, like, they're just so strong, and they're going to be used, like, everywhere, and they are overwhelming. Like, I don't think they're like that at all, but I do think that we are going to be seeing a lot of them this season. So, if he goes for... Whoa. So, he goes for... you know, arrows. That doesn't completely kill everything, though. Arrows do a lot of damage to the Skeleton Dragons, but you can see they survived with a bit of HP, and that allowed me to get a lot of damage on his tower. Those barbarians, looks like he's going to ignore them. Let's go for a Magic Archer just to clean up everything. It might have been good to go for Skeletons too, but I guess it's fine. We'll go Skeletons here to distract the Dark Prince. Look at how I spread them out, so then that way the Dark Prince didn't hit all of them at the same time. Does it get a charge on the tower? Yeah, it looks like it does, so that's kind of unfortunate. But let's go for Royal Hogs. Dark Prince is out of cycle, which obviously does splash damage, really good versus Royal Hogs. And he might not have a good answer. He's going to go Prince, tower is going to go down, and just like that, incredible start to this game. Just that Heal Spirit healing up one of the Skeleton Dragons in the first Royal Hog push was easily what potentially won us this game if we do end up winning, and so far it's looking really good. So we're going to go for Barbarians here. I mean, Skeleton Dragons would have been an okay counter too, but then the Prince for sure would have gotten a, my voice kind of screeched there, not really sure why, but the Prince would have for sure gotten a charge on the tower, which wouldn't have been good. And he's going to have a Golem, so very interesting Golem deck. I mean, it's double Prince, arrows, typically not a Golem deck you see very often, usually Golems paired with lightning, unless if they're using Golem arrows clone, then you'll see arrows, but otherwise usually a Golem deck doesn't have arrows in it, so I'm kind of curious to see what his last card is, because I believe there's one he hasn't used. Let's go for a Delivery here, just to... Oh, looks like he does have a lightning, so yeah, he's going to have lightning and arrows. And yeah, really solid defense there. He's going to try to go for a Prince opposite lane. I guess we could just Heal Spirit to heal up some of the Barbarians, go for Barbs on the Prince. And this is definitely looking like it's going to be a good game. I mean, we already have his right tower at, you know, 33, or 338 hit points. We take it out, and he gave up, so that's just going to be a nice and easy first win. I unlocked the Prince emote too. Yeah, I've been playing a lot this season. We're already almost done the all the tiers. I might once I get to tier 35 on my main account, I might on my mini account start grinding on it, because I would like to get to tier 35 on my mini account as well, just to get all those rewards. It would help max it out. And I'll also probably do a video on my mini account soon, because I know you guys enjoy those videos. So we're almost top 700 now. Let's keep going. That first game went incredibly well. I think it does really good versus Golem decks just because, you know, for in his situation, lightning and arrows just did not provide him much value at all in that match. So we'll go Magic Archer in the back, see if he wants to spell it or if he just wants to play something into it. So he's going to go for a Musketeer. That could be a lot of different things. We don't really know what this is yet. I guess I'll just go for a Fireball. And he's going to go for a Tornado. So Tornado Musketeer, that's interesting because Musketeer usually isn't paired with the Tornado, so I don't really know what this is. But he's going to have Skeleton Dragons, so we can go for our own and we're going to win this kind of battle because our towers are going to help out. And what we could do is we could go for Royal Hogs, kind of splitting them because the Skeleton Dragons are split, so we might as well. And the Heal Spirit might heal up the Royal Hogs. Oh, and the Skeleton Dragons. Oh my goodness. So that Heal Spirit got a lot of value. Obviously, you know, we're not going to get much damage on this tower, but we do kill the Goblin Brawler, which was nice. So that Heal Spirit definitely did get some value. And we'll go Skeletons on the Musketeer, and then I think we'll go Barbarians. I hope he doesn't have a poison, because if... Okay, he does, so very, very nice poison on his end. That's going to get a lot of value. Not the end of the world, though, because he did still spend... You know, even though he did get a lot of damage, he still spent a lot of Elixir. I mean, a Graveyard Poison, obviously, that's 9, and even though I defended with a lot, he's used a lot on offense, so it's alright. We'll cycle our Skeleton Dragons here. If he goes Skeleton Dragons, we'll Fireball them. Looks like he's just going to go Knight, so I guess we'll go Royal Hogs, because knowing this spell is Poison, he's going to have a... You know, he's obviously going to have to spend a lot to take these out. And yeah, we're going to get a couple hundred damage on his tower. Hopefully the Skeleton Dragons can whittle down the Knight, so then we don't need to worry about it. Yep, looks like that worked out perfectly. We'll just go for a low Magic Archer. We want to cycle our Magic Archers in the left lane, so then that way he can't... We don't want him to poison... Let's just Fireball those. Ooh, Magic Archer locks on the tower. And he actually goes for a Bard Barrel, so now the Heal Spirit, he doesn't really... have a good response to those, because Bard Barrel is like the best answer to that. So we're going to go in here. We'll go for a Fireball. That's going to kill the Musketeer, hopefully hitting the Bard Barrel as well. Yeah, that's really nice. So things are looking really good this game. I'm actually going to go ahead and ignore the Brawler, because I'm a little bit... just a little bit nervous about his graveyard. So yeah, that was definitely the right play, because he gets about the same damage on the left as in the right, and that allows us to defend the graveyard. Because keep in mind, had I if I spent Skeleton Dragons on that on the Brawler, that would have been really bad, because then I wouldn't have had a lot of Elixir. So all we need to do is play a couple more cards, get back to a Fireball. Hopefully we can end up defending before he... Okay, nice. He doesn't get a Graveyard off, so that's going to be a good game. Whew. I got a little worried there because, yeah, he started rushing us, but luckily I had just enough Elixir to defend, so we're going to get another nice win there. And, yeah, I mean, you can see, really, the Skeleton Dragons just... I don't know. They pair really well with the Royal Hogs. If they don't have a good spell, you can just go Royal Hogs, Skeleton Dragons, and they have to spend so much Elixir to defend that they can't really get a nice counter push. Like, he was never able to build up that huge graveyard push he wanted, because we always kept him on his toes. He had to spend so much on defense, and that's kind of ultimately how we won that game. Okay, so we're one away from 6,300. Let's try to get it right here. Alright, good luck. So, I mean, we have Skeletons in our starting hand. We could just cycle those in the back. I guess that's fine. And then we could also go for Magic Archer. Yeah, so Mega Minion could be a few different things, but normally that would be like a Giant deck, a Golem deck, could be Lava Hound as well, usually something pretty heavy. I mean, we have a Magic Archer on the board. He already spent 3. We might as well just Royal Hogs. It's usually fine to do this a little aggressively, you know, especially if you have good Tornado on his part. We're not going to get too much damage, and he gets the King activated, so that definitely was a great play on his part. We'll just go for a Delivery. I mean, like, Baby Dragon's already dead, but I don't really want to leak Elixir. So... Ooh, wow, he's going to have an Elixir Collector, so we'll just Fireball that. He might be using Golem Skeleton Dragons, because I saw a lot of people are using the Elixir Collector and the Skeleton Dragons kind of to bait out spells, and then they get a lot of value with the Skeleton Dragons. Luckily, our cycle's pretty fast, so we should be able to Hopefully get back to another fireball if he does have skeleton dragons, but we'll see. We don't even know if that's what he has. So we'll just go skeleton dragons, we'll go for barbarians, and then if he goes for a baby dragon, we'll just try to get a heal spirit down, keeping them alive. I don't think this is going to be tower down, but I think we're going to lose a lot of damage. We have a small lead right now, but, you know, as you can tell, he's up a lot of elixir, so we're not in a great situation. I still think we should be fireballing the elixir collector, though, even though we're down a couple elixir, just because if we ignore it, that's just giving him a free 2 elixir. So, yeah, I don't know, we're kind of in an interesting spot right now. Let's try to just get Royal Hogs off, try to take his left tower, so then that way we don't have to commit a fireball and take it out. That would be really good. I mean, heal spirit connects, and it looks like we will be taking out his left tower. The question is now is if we're just able to defend his golem push. We got to be pretty careful here. I think we'll go for a delivery. Heal spirit should heal up that one that was damaged. Oh no, this isn't good. The fact, though, that one skeleton distracted the, oh, man. This is really bad, though. He has some, dual lane pressure, but we defended it, and actually we're okay. I mean, I thought that was going to be worse than what happened, to be honest. Okay. Let's try to... I don't think I lined that up correctly. Yeah, I made a couple bad mistakes there. Like, yeah, that was... Okay, let's just ignore what happened. I kind of... Yeah, messed up. There's no doubt about that. I messed up. Bad fireball. I screwed up. If I win, I can't really say I deserve to win, but... Yeah, I mean, I definitely screwed up. That was my bad. I was trying to, ooh, I don't agree. Okay, he messed up there. That was not really a good lumberjack. Alright, we won. I mean, okay, I guess we deserved it a little more since he made a mistake, but that was a really bad fireball. Like, I was trying to fireball both the baby dragon and the mega minion, but the baby dragon ended up, killing whatever it was targeting sooner, and I kind of missed it, but... Yeah, it didn't matter too much there anyway in the end, because we still ended up winning, but... Yeah, that was not what I was trying to do. It would have been better off had I just not fireball at all and saved it, but alright. It didn't cost us the game, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And we're going to get some skeleton dragons, that's really nice. It's the only card I don't have maxed out. We do get to 6,300 as well. We're almost top 400 now, so we're moving up a lot. Let's keep going, see if we can get further. Let's actually try to just win the next few games, see if we can possibly, well, at the very least, like top 300. I think 200... we'll see. Alright, so we found our next team here. Let's give him the good luck. I guess we could just cycle our skeletons in the back here. We'll go Magic Archer. He's going to have a Goblin Cage. So Goblin Cage is pretty good. And really have no idea what he's using. But I guess since we already have the Magic Archer in the left lane, we'll just play the Skeleton Dragons all in the same lane. Has a Bandit, so this could be 3M. 3M has been pretty popular. Although with him having the Magic Archer, I don't really think this is 3M, because 3M usually doesn't have the Magic Archer in it. Okay, so Bats, yeah, I think this is, I don't know. I don't want to assume what deck it is before I know, but I don't know. I'm kind of unsure at this point. I think I'll just wait and see till he plays more cards till I assume what it is. I think it's just going to be Royal Hogs. So, I mean, if he is using Royal Hogs, I'm pretty surprised he didn't do anything there. I would have, if I were him, probably split Royal Hogs and applied pressure, but he didn't. So it almost makes me wonder if... Okay, well, that wasn't that good of a magic archer, but that also wasn't that good of a fireball. So we both kind of made a mistake. I don't know what it is with me missing fireballs, but hopefully that stops soon. Okay, he just had to spend a lot of elixir to counter those barbarians. He might have just enough to play a goblin cage, but we still should be getting some damage here. Yeah, I don't know why. Guys, I don't, like, it's so weird. When I'm not recording, I don't do those, like, dumb fireballs like that. I feel like, though, whenever I record, I do stupid things like that for some reason. I'm not really sure why, though. Because it's, like, it's not like I'm nervous, but it's just kind of, like, I'm not really sure. And it just happened again. Okay, yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, I deserve to lose this one. The last one, you know, I missed one too, but this one, I missed, like, 2 fireballs. Like, and even though he did a bad magic archer, that was just a stupid, like, just a really bad fireball. So yeah, I'll gladly take this loss. I'm not even that, I'm not even that upset losing this, because that was just me, like, making a couple mistakes. Because, yeah, I don't know, this is what kind of, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, because I'm not, like, nervous at all recording, but I just feel like I'm more likely to make mistakes when I record and stream than when I don't. It's weird. It might have something to do with, like, having to, like, commentate and explain things at the same time. But, I don't know. Those were just 2 silly fireballs, honestly. I don't even know. But, oh well. Like, I mean, mistakes happen, but that was just ridiculous. Because had I not made those mistakes, I definitely would have won. Because that was not that bad of a matchup. I mean, I had barbarians, I had delivery, and fireball. Like, I definitely had matchup. I just can't believe I made that mistake, like, 2 times that game. Alright, anyway. Here we go. Reverse Aaron Tuna. We'll just split skeletons in the back here, see what he's using. We'll go Magic Archer. And yeah, we'll see what he has. So I guess he's using Giant Double Prince. So this is a pretty not too sure what this matchup is, but he does have Dark Prince as well as Fireball, which are 2 really solid answers to so I guess he's just gonna tower trade. Yeah, I guess we're just tower trading. I don't really know who benefits from this tower trade, but okay, he just missed the. All right, so I feel a little better now because you know how I missed a couple fireballs. He just missed one. I mean, it wasn't as bad as what happened to me twice, but he didn't hit the skeleton dragon, so we get a few hundred damage on his tower. And now that he doesn't have a fireball in rotation, we can use our magic archer as well as barbarians, and he doesn't have a single spell for them. So we'll just go for delivery. Skeletons to prevent the prince from charging. And I don't think he still doesn't have a fireball yet in rotation. And because he was so aggressive, I guess I'm going to go in here with... Alright, he's going to probably Dark Prince. Yeah, but they're going to get healed up. Okay, so... the question is now... Actually, I'm a little bit... That was very aggressive. I'm surprised he's going for the 3 crown. Yeah, I don't think he should have gone for the 3 crown there. I think he should have... I don't know. I think regardless of what he did, we would have been able to defend, but I don't think he should have been going for the 3 crown in that situation. We'll go for a fireball just to kind of try to get rid of this Mega Minion. We'll go for barbarians, and then we'll go for skeleton dragons. He's not going to be able to fireball everything, and this is just why I think skeleton dragons are so good. It really, like, they really just can't decide what they want to fireball, so they get in a really awkward situation. And now look at this. We have 2 skeleton dragons coming in. And he had to fireball the hogs, so they just killed the Ewiz. And yeah, he's down a lot of elixir. We're kind of in a great spot right now. We're going to once again split the skeleton dragons. We have barbarians. We just have a lot of fireball bait cards. I think, couldn't we... I don't know if I'm getting too greedy here, but we kind of just spaced everything out. We can just delivery on the miner, the prince. And then magic archer all the way in the corner. Ooh, look at that. Those skeletons were so good distracting that mega minion. Okay. I feel like I'm redeeming myself this game from the last game. I'm playing this one much better. I'm pretty happy with how I'm playing this one. We'll go for a fireball. Heal Spirit heals up the skeleton drags. They've been alive for so long. Skeletons to prevent that from hitting the magic archer. Let's go for Royal Hogs. Make sure we're keeping the pressure up. He's going to go for an Ewiz, so we'll fireball that. And then he goes for fireball on the skeleton dragons. Did that... Wait, did that just charge on the... That was weird. I don't know how the Prince charged on the King Tower. Prince do be OP, I guess, now with that Buffet God, that's for sure. So we might have been a little aggressive there, but I think it's going to pay off. And actually now we can send in Royal Hogs, because he's going to have to fireball these, and then when he does that, he's not going to have it for the... Alright, nice. I played this one pretty well. I'm happy with how I played this one. Much better than the last game after missing 2 fireballs. Yeah, that went pretty well. I mean, with him having pretty much fireball as his only good way of dealing with our skeleton dragons, we just kind of forced fireballs out of him, got a lot of value out of the skeleton dragons, magic archer, and then also like barbarians, and just that's the thing. That's why if Giant Double Prince is meta, I think this deck will be good, because I don't know if it like hard counters Giant Double Prince, but it definitely has a favorable matchup. Okay, we'll go for one more game and try to win this one. And yeah, who knows? This might be what I use end season, because I like Royal Hog decks, and I just think Skeleton Dragons are really, really strong and certainly pair well in this one. In this deck. Okay, so here we go. We're versus Xerus X Gamer. Good luck. So I guess we'll start with Magic Archer in the back. So you go for Ice Wizard. So I mean, this could be Ice-Bow. Ice-Bow is extremely popular right now because it kind of has the ability to beat everything if you play well. So yeah, there's the Tesla. And it looks like he doesn't activate the King Tower. Let's go for Barbarians. Skeleton Dragons are pretty solid at dealing with the... They just got healed up, and I really like that. That's so good. The Skeleton Dragons are both at full HP because they got healed up. And I don't know what those skeletons were. I think he might have had drop delay or he might have lagged there, because those were not really the best skeletons. We're going to be up a couple of elixir. We're going to go for Royal Hogs, Magic Archer to snipe the Tesla. One sneaks through. Is he going to activate King now? At this point, it's too late. I think we already have too much damage dealt to him. He's going to go for a log. And yeah, this is looking really good. So that's the other thing about Skeleton Dragons. Verse 2.9, not that good because they have Fireball. But if you're verse Ice-Bow, the Skeleton Dragons get an insane amount of value, because think about it this way. You guys know, like, the Flying Machine, how it's good versus Ice-Bow, because it's, like, out of range of everything, and why would they rocket a Flying Machine? It's kind of the same thing with the Skeleton Dragons. Like, it's really, really annoying for the Ice-Bow player. And there's just, even when you don't have the Earthquake, there's not much I feel like the Expo player can do, unless they, like, I mean, he's doing a good job right now of taking out the Skeleton Dragons, but I think, alright, we got back to another set. The Magic Archer wasn't very good there. It got targeted by the Tesla. Okay, is he just going in for... That's a very valuable... Barbarian's still distracting. We can cycle back to another set of Barbarians. We should be fine. Okay. I don't want to jinx it, but I think if we just... Okay, that was too close for comfort. Yeah, I was just hoping we could cycle back to another fireball. Alright, that was close. I might have gotten a little too risky there and should have just continued playing defense against the Expo, but, you know, we still won. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I don't know how this deck is going to be versus Expo. I originally thought from the beginning it was looking really good, and obviously I did make a mistake. I played a Magic Archer, like, into a Tesla because I thought it was going to target the Barbarian, but I played it a bit too soon. But anyways, we still had a really good push. Obviously, like, a couple of games, or actually it was just mostly this one, made like a couple mistakes, missed a couple fireballs, but like, I guess it happens, and like, obviously I guess I'm more likely to like do that kind of stuff when I'm recording, but I'm still, like, I'm glad we pushed up a ton. I'm glad, like, we still, yeah, climbed up a lot. I mean, we're almost top 300 now, top 350, not bad. You know, early season, not too worried about like where I'm at, but it's always good to be high up, like when testing out decks. And anyway, yeah, this is a 35-day season, so I'm really curious if I can break my personal best this season. I got to 8,400. Maybe this season I can get to 8,500. We'll see. I think it would be really cool to break my personal best in this really long season, but we'll kind of see what happens. But anyways, that's going to be it. A lot of you guys were thinking about, those of you stuck to the end, this is kind of a longer video. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. A couple people already recommended it. If I put the deck, like the picture of the deck where it says live chat, because this is the overlay I use for streaming. So if you guys want me to do that, let me know. I could always, I could do that, but then also, yeah, I think it's pretty easy to do. I just screenshot it from my phone, send it to my computer, and then just add it like as a picture on the overlay, and it really only would probably take a couple minutes. So if you guys want me to do that, I can, but I always include the deck link in the description, so I don't know if there's much of a point of doing it, but if you guys want that, let me know. Anyways, thanks again. Until next time, make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and yeah, let me know what other decks you guys want me to test out with the Skeleton Dragons. I honestly think this deck is going to be super broken, this Sparky Skeleton Dragon Rage deck. But anyways, thanks again. Until next time, guys.